Last time we went over 10 quirky fan-made terms in the Identity V fandom. While some of these terms make sense, they're also dripping in sarcasm. Still, it's actually kind of fun to see how IDV's language has evolved into its own chaotic little universe. This time around, we're diving into another batch of fan-made terminologies floating around the IDV world. I even got a bit of help from my viewers for this one, so before we jump in, big shout out to y'all. Seriously, couldn't have done this without you! Previously, we covered terms like cockroach, mercoder, and even the ever-so-vulgar Jack the Stripper. Now, let's take a look at 10 more unofficial fan-made terms that, let's just say, add a little extra spice to the game. I don't even remember when this started or why, but for some reason, the fandom decided that geisha, aka Michiko, is mama. In real life, mama means your mom, someone who loves and cares for you. In IDV though, nah. Here, mama refers to a woman who will dash at you at lightning speed and yeet you into a rocket chair like you missed curfew. Okay, sure. Maybe it's the way Michiko carries survivors in her emote, like an angry mom dragging her kid home by the wrist. And yeah, her elegant outfit totally gives off strict but fancy aunt energy. But motherly? Really? What's so motherly about aggressively chasing you down and smacking you into next week? Ma'am, that's not parenting. That's a horror movie. So, let's be real. Michiko is terrifying. She's fast, precise, and pro players can land terror shocks like it's nothing. With all these stuffs, can someone explain to me what part of her is motherly? If Michiko's the mama for hunters, then survivors have their own version. Chi-Shi-Yi, the antiquarian, fondly nicknamed Asian Mum, especially on the Asia servers. At first glance, she does look like that serious, no-nonsense mom. Long flowing hair, elegant dress, that face that says, "Don't test me." But what really seals the deal is her bamboo stick. Yep, that thing. When Chi-Shi goes whacking hunters with that pole, it's giving full-on Tiger Mom discipline energy, like she's out here saying, "You forgot to study? Time for consequences." The nickname might even stem from the concept of tiger parenting. You know, the stereotype of strict Asian moms who push their kids super hard? So yeah, when she's chasing a hunter down with that bamboo, it's easy to picture her saying, "No excuses, time to study, you foolish kid!" If you've been playing for a while, you already know this trait. Abnormal is a hunter ability that can wreck Cypher progress, especially in the late game when you're one Cypher away from escape. It's basically the decoder's worst nightmare. Normally, when a hunter brings abnormal, survivors will warn each other with a message. The hunter has abnormal. Seems simple, right? But of course, the fandom had to flip it. Lately, players have started using that phrase not just to warn about the trait, but to low-key call out their own teammates for being, well, dumb. It's like code. Instead of saying, "Bro, why are you decoding cheerfully with the hunter chasing you?" you just drop, "The hunter has abnormal," and move on. Newbies might take it literally, but seasoned players? Oh, they know. That line often means someone's being weird, reckless, or just plain abnormal. Luka Balsa, aka the Prisoner, comes with a rather shocking skill set, like, literally. Not only is the man immune to electricity, but he can also electrocute hunters like it's just another hobby. Naturally, the fandom took one look at that and said, Yeah, he's Pikachu now. So, welcome to the stage, Lukachu. Now, if your childhood was hijacked by battle royales and you somehow missed out on Pikachu, let's catch you up. Pikachu is a little electric mouse from Pokemon who zaps anyone and anything, including his own trainer when he's feeling moody. Sound familiar? Yep, just like Lucabalsa. With their shared lightning obsession and similar sounding names, the nickname Lukachu just sparked. And if that's not enough, some fans even skip the nickname and just call him Rat, because Pikachu is, in essence, a rat. Actually, I can't say that it's wrong. It's just, well, not very flattering. Percy Mode, a phrase that strikes fear into the hearts of survivors and smug satisfaction into the minds of hunters. If you've ever played against Percy, you know the drill. The guy doesn't chair survivors. Instead, he slugs them, permanently. And unlike chairing, which takes just a second or so to deal with, healing a downed survivor takes forever. It's like trying to patch up a friend in real time while Percy casually jogs back to ruin your day. Again. Now, here's where it gets a little extra. Even when the hunter isn't Percy, some still choose to channel their inner Percy by slugging survivors instead of chairing them, usually to slow down a cipher rush or guarantee a 4K. Due to the similarities in the mechanism, people start calling it Percy Mode. It's effective, sure, but from the survivor side, it's pure pain. You're crawling on the floor, your teammates desperately trying to heal you, and then, look, the hunter's back! Ironically though, Percy Mode can backfire hard. Some hunters get greedy and slug too much, only to end up with a tie when they could have easily secured a win. Well, check out this next clip if you want to see Percy Mode turn into a disaster.
Bye, have a great time!
Alright, before we dive back into the video, I've gotta take a quick sec to talk about something really cool happening in the IDV community this week. It's the Survive and Thrive donation event put together by the fan-made IDV mental health community. If you're wondering who these amazing folks are, just peek at the link in the description. Trust me, they're worth the click. So here's the deal. For the past 4 years, this community's been running Survive and Thrive, an annual charity fundraiser, where IDV creators team up to raise awareness for mental health and support a mental health charity. And this year, we're back at it again, but we need you to help make this the biggest one yet. Now, how can you help? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. If you're a content creator, any kind, big or small, whether you're streaming, making TikToks, or yelling into a YouTube mic, we want you. Just reach out to Be Black Phoenix to join the squad. If you're feeling generous, You can donate directly through the link that'll be popping up tomorrow in your favorite streamers. And hey, there are tons of creators across different platforms jumping in, so keep those eyes peeled. Now, if your wallet's looking a little sad these days, just like me, well, no stress. You can still help by sharing this info like crazy. The more people know, the bigger the impact. Simple as that. Oh, and where's all that generosity going? Straight to Safe in Our World, a charity that's all about smashing mental health stigma in gaming. They're out here making sure mental health isn't some taboo topic, teaching people how to spot the signs, and helping folks support each other. Basically, they're the MVPs we all need. Want to know more about them? Links in the description. Want to join the cause? Slide into my DMs or hit up B Black Phoenix. Together, we can actually make a difference. Alright, enough warm fuzzies, let's get back to the video. Melly Plinius, our classy entomologist, has long held the title of Queen Bee in IDV. It's not just because it sounds fancy, but because she literally controls bees. Her main in-game ability is launching a swarm, and in her lore, well, let's just say her insect research may have played a suspicious role in her husband's mysterious end. Cozy! So yeah, Queen Bee kind of fits her like a glove. But then Alice stepped into the spotlight with a new B-tier skin every single season. No one really asked, but she delivered. Again, and again, and again. At some point, fans just started calling her the Queen Bee, partly as a joke, partly because it weirdly made sense. It's a pun, by the way. Queen Bee as in Melly's bee power, and Queen Bee as in B-tier skin machine, whether you take it as a compliment or a light roast. Well, that's up to you. Alright, let's take a moment to talk about one of the more refined nicknames in the IDV fandom, Melodilf. To get what this term even means, we need to jump into the Truth and Inference series in Identity V. In this storyline, the character pulling strings from the shadows is Desire Melodis, a high-ranking aristocrat and certified suspicious individual. He's part of the powerful Melodis family, along with his step-sibling, Siegfried Melodis, and his rather striking father, Salvatore. Now let's move on to Salvatore. He isn't your typical background dad character. He's elegant, well-dressed, muscular, and generally looks like he could model for a high-end cologne ad. So naturally, fans took one look at him and went, yeah, that's a DILF. And thus, the term Melodilf was born, which came from Melodis and DILF. It's one of those fandom creations that you just know started as a joke, but kind of stuck because, well, look at the guy. This one is straight from the IDV lore vault. Back in Ashes of Memory Part 1, there was this dinner table scene where Frederick, being annoyed with a conversation, tells everyone a sentence that becomes a legend until now. I'm sorry to say that I'm French.
I'm sorry to say that I'm French.
And just like that, a meme was born. Something about the awkward apology mixed with the random nationality debate was just too funny. The fandom latched on immediately, and soon enough, Frederick was lovingly dubbed Frenchie. It's one of those things that's both hilarious and oddly fitting, just like most things in the IDV universe. Now let's talk about the dog drama that shook the fandom, Pomeranian Wick. Victor Grants, the postman, has a trusty bulldog companion named Wick. No matter what skin Victor wears, Wick stays the same chunky little bulldog we all know and love. That is, until 2023, when the devs decided to temporarily turn Wick into a Pomeranian. Yes, a Pomeranian. This surprise transformation triggered absolute chaos. Fans were divided. Some loved the fluffy new look, while others cried betrayal. The backlash was so intense that the developers actually posted an apology and reverted Wick back to his bulldog form. But of course, the reversal sparked more chaos, especially from global fans who thought the Pomeranian version was adorable. Long story short, the dog drama escalated fast. The devs ended up giving out the Pomeranian Wick pet to players for free, as a peace offering. So now, whenever someone mentions Pomeranian Wick, you know they're talking about the dog that almost broke the game's fandom in half. This nickname is a playful twist on the hunter Wu Chang, known for teleporting across the map with his magical umbrella and making survivors' lives miserable. But instead of calling him by his full spooky name, the community affectionately started calling him Wu Chungus. Why? Simple. The name kind of rhymes, and it reminds people of Big Chungus, which is a meme version of Bugs Bunny looking unusually plump. Is Wu Chang actually big? Not really, but the name Wu Chungus just stuck, partly because it sounds funny and partly because the IDV community will never pass up a chance to meme someone. Oh, and sometimes people also call him Ooh Chang, whether it's to make him sound cute or to mock him during a bad match. Depends on the mood. And that's a wrap on another batch of iconic IDV terms. Honestly, couldn't have pulled this off without help from the IDV wiki and, of course, you, my lovely viewers. So thank you again for sending in your favorite terms and weird nicknames. I had a blast going through them. If you know any more unofficial terms that deserve a spot in the IDV dictionary, drop them in the comments. Who knows? You might see it pop up in the next episode. Alright, that's it from me. This is Silmina signing off. Catch you in the next one.